Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me now? Yeah, they can hear me, but sorry for that, guys. Thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Thumbs up. Say something in the comments. Let me know. Waiting on my guest. I just sent her the link. But before she get on, I just want to say most of the time I play music. I'm not playing no music today. We going a different type of vibe today. You know what I'm saying? We getting straight to business. You know what I'm saying? Gotta move my hair out the way. Make sure y'all can hear me. As we wait for her, I'm gonna give you a little introduction. You know what I'm saying? You see the title said the episode says no excuses, and this woman that I'm about to bring to y'all, present to y'all. I mean, she don't need an introduction at all. If you're from the Worcester County area, even the Wycomico area, you're gonna know her. And the main thing, like I'm gonna say, is like we got the vice president in office. You know, they said if a girl with chucks and pearls, and this female, this lady, this woman, you know, that we bringing to y'all. She strapped up with them Nikes. You heard me? And hitting them tray balls. Probably taught her little brother how to shoot. To be honest, you know what I'm saying. So waiting for her to get the link, for her to step in. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I know you see the pictures. You know what I mean, the flyer today. So before we bring in here, she was the spotlight of Snow Hill High School. They had an African American spotlight, and assistant principal Dr. Andrea Nikki Blake, Dr. Blake, 2000 graduated from I was about to say Stephen Decatur, Snow Hill High School. She got a degree from Salisbury, Maryland, and got a doctorate degree from Phoenix. University of Phoenix. So I can cut the small talk. I know why y'all here. We're here to talk to the woman of the hour, and that's Miss Dr. Nikki Blake. Let me get her in here. A little rusty today, as y'all see. I changed locations too. How you doing, Dr. Blake?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You can hear me well?
Yes, sir. Everything's all good.
Okay. All right. If y'all see a lag, man, let me know if y'all see me lagging. So, you heard the introduction. Not every female wear chucks and pearls. They strap up them Nikes. You know what I'm saying? And before we get into any of the conversation, what we want to talk about, I just want to start off by saying, like, just get the people, tell them where you from if they don't know you, and tell them about life growing up in Snow Hill.
Yeah, so I kind of heard when you said that I graduated from Decatur. No,
Yeah,
I graduated from Snow Hill High School in 2000. Yeah, so I'm the only girl. So growing up, I was more of a tomboy growing up, and I fell in love with sports. So that was like my getaway. Playing sports, playing soccer, playing basketball in high school. And when I was in high school, I was top of my class, in all like college level courses. I didn't know that I wanted to go into education until I was like 11th, 12th grade. But my 12th grade year, I got pregnant with my first child, and I took a semester off, and then I decided to go back in January of that following year, and I graduated from Salisbury University with my bachelor's in elementary education. And then I got my master's from University of Phoenix in education, and finally went back and got my doctorate degree while raising 6 kids, to earn that doctorate degree. So
can you repeat that? Can you repeat that last part?
So I earned my doctorate degree while raising 6 kids, and I was able to do that. So I thought it was fitting that you had the subject of no excuses, because there were none. No matter what came across my path, like I kept going. I had that perseverance. I had that resilience. Like nothing could stop me. Nothing, nobody, no situation could stop what was playing for me. And I just kept pushing. And that's all I try to do is just keep pushing and encourage others to push and be excellent in all that they do.
Okay, so all right, from my understanding, you said when you was young, you played, you got fell in love with sports. So you played for Snow Hill High School. You know what I'm saying? You graduated 2000. So you also have a little brother, that played for Snow Hill. You have
Yeah.
uh, two little brothers. Are you the oldest or you the
No,
middle?
I'm
You
the
the middle.
middle.
So
Yeah. So I have
you have an older brother that played basketball. You played basketball. Your little brother played basketball. Your
yeah.
cousins, your nephews, like y'all are a basketball family. And if people don't know that, I mean, you must have been living under a rock, or you're not from around this area. Because man, like they got shooters in their family. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the mix somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's shooters in the family, and the episode is called No Excuses, and when I reached out to you, that's the first thing I thought. Like I was like, dang, what's the topic gonna be? And I was like, no
Mm,
excuses. She ain't got no excuses. She done did
mm-mm.
everything she wanted to do. You know what I mean? So I guess I want like let's talk about your profession. Like no, matter of fact, no. Let's talk about high school. We're gonna
Okay.
reminisce. We're gonna
Let's go
reminisce a
back.
little bit.
Let's go
So
back.
in high school, right? So who's somebody that gave you a problem on the court that made you like gave you your like, yo, I'm about to get out here and like put this work in. Like they gave you that work.
So in high school, it would have to be like Casey Sprinkle from Mardella. She was a point guard. Like she was just nasty. Like, and it made me kind of go harder and kind of like work harder. So that way, when I did meet up with her, like I wasn't stopping. Now, I I grew up thinking and knowing that defense is the best offense. So her handles might have been a little bit better than mine, but my defense was always on point. So I would have to say Casey. I would have to say Casey Sprinkle from Mardella.
Okay, okay. So she got you in your bag. That's
Yes,
what you
just a
telling me. She
little,
got you.
just a little, just a little.
So also in the family, y'all very competitive family. I
Yes,
remember playing against y'all, like playing against Snow Hill and Adrian Bourne was my right hand man. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Family, stay good apparel. You see us in the back. You know what I mean? Always rapping. But like he would tell me like, man, come on, yo, this Snow Hill game, bro. We got played, dog. We gonna get pinned. And I'm like, you already know we ain't trying to go Snow Hill. I quote unquote lived in Snow Hill. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? So I got to hear this when I go back home. You know
Right,
what I mean? I got to hear it. So it's like y'all close family, but the competitive is there. Like and a lot of people in your family go get it. Like you got your cousins down. A lot. I'm talking about the ones I know. Like you got
mm-hmm.
your aunts. You got your sister. Not your sister. She a sister Tiffany. She a
Yeah,
sister. You know what I mean? She's doing well. Kev doing well. P doing well. Like, and it's like your mom, your aunties,
mm-hmm.
like everybody's doing well, and y'all come from a grounded family in
Yeah,
Snow Hill, small community. So like in Snow Hill, like I lived in Snow Hill. I had the
right,
opportunity to live in Snow. I'm from when people ask me where I'm from, I'm from Worcester County. You know what I'm
right.
saying? I'm a Worcester County cat. So like growing up in Snow Hill, what was that like? A small town,
So
nothing really
like
going on.
not a lot going on, but because we had a big family, like all we needed was us. So it was like me, Kenya Kaya, my cousin Jamal, Christian, my cousin Gerard. We were all kind of in the same group as far as we were like 1 or 2 years behind each other as far as age. So I would have to say like my grandmom kind of grounded all of us to do well. Like you said and like you mentioned, all of us are doing well in our respective areas. And I think it comes from having that foundation. And I think, growing up in Snow Hill, it's kind of like everybody kind of got along. So no matter where you went, you always got along. And there were adults there that would check you if you were wrong, regardless if you knew them or not. Like they knew your family, they knew your last name, they
As
knew who
they
you
should.
belonged to. So they didn't mind checking you when you were wrong. So we were very respectful. And we just had fun. Like growing up in Snow Hill, it was fun. I enjoyed my childhood living down here in Snow Hill. So it was good. But the foundation is where it led me to where I am today, though.
Okay, so I like that. I like that. So that's going into my next question that I ask every guest. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna ask who, future guests, past guests. who's somebody that gave you game? Because it's called Offering Game, the OG show. So it's like, who gave you game and you took that and was like, man, I'm gonna put that in my life. No matter who it is, it can be numerous people, but they just gave you something that you took that and you carried that with your life.
Yeah. So if I think back, like my 12th grade year, like high school was great for me. But when I got pregnant, I was playing basketball. And I remember somebody coming up to me saying, hey, they found out I was pregnant. We was like, what, January. So I was like 4 months. And he was like, basketball isn't everything. And at that moment, basketball was everything to me. And I couldn't see myself not playing.
You still there? I don't know what happened to the connection. Man, I don't know what's going on with this internet, man. Internet crazy. Oh man. You back? I will tell she gets back, you know what I'm saying? You back?
I'm back.
All right, okay. Yeah, like I said, what's a piece of game you got for somebody? It's a little lag. Like let me know when you get all the way straight. You
Yeah.
remember the
Okay.
question.
Yeah. So you said who's someone that gave me some game that I take with me
I tell
now?
you, man, this generation we in, man, we need the internet, but at the same time, that thing, man, made. So as you see, we're gonna have difficulties because
Right.
of COVID. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got the layout yet, so we got to do it
It's all good.
online. So
Yeah. We'll
till
work
she
through it.
get back, man, like I can remember people. One thing about it, the people that I interviewed, the people that I'm going to get, like it's people that like I respect. You know what I'm saying? People that they didn't have to go to the NBA, they didn't have to be a rapper, they didn't have to do all these things to accomplish things, and they doing it. And they live right in your neighborhood, right in your town, and they doing what they need to do to survive, to get to the money, as we say. And I think we need to applaud that. We need more of that. Show these kids that you ain't got to be the dope boy. You ain't got to. I ain't knocking nothing because you know, my I got certain people, certain circles do certain things. Like I don't like, would never knock anybody, but we need to show these kids it's a different way to get into the bag, to get into the money, to be successful. Like you don't always have to be the person that got 10,000, 10 million followers, and you got 100,000 likes. Man, you can just do it on your own. Are you back? You back? You back, Dr. Blake?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can
All
hear
right.
you. We back and
Okay.
popping. So
All right.
I was just trying to fill it. But
Yeah, you did good. I was listening
so
the whole time.
so as far as who gave you game, we're gonna get back to that question. Who gave you some
Okay, so
game?
yeah, so like my coach sat me down and was like, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. So at that moment, it was a decision I made to continue to play basketball while I was pregnant. And it was Dr. Purvis. Well, she was Miss Purvis back then. She was my guidance counselor. And I would talk to her, and she told me, in life, you're going to have obstacles, and this is just one of them. So you have to either get up, get at it, or sit and sulk in it. You get to choose. So it's your choice. So I take that with me every day, every situation, no matter how bad it is, no matter how good it is or whatever. Like you have a choice. You can either choose to do good or you can choose to let it defeat you. And I refuse to let anything defeat me.
And that's some good game, man. And like I said on the show, we pass game back and forth. I'm gonna throw this out there. Like I said, everybody interview I even know them or I had they some point in my life, they was my OG. You know what I'm saying? They gave me some game. And I could say you gave me some game when I was younger. At the time, when you're young, you're not gonna listen. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you gave me some game and it stuck with me. Even when I mess up now and I be I remember when I see you out, I remember certain things you would say to us. Even down when I used to rap, when me and Adrian rap, I'll never forget we had Salvatore. Or I forgot what it was called then. I think it was Salvatore, Death
It
Ready
was
now.
someone tours. Yeah.
We out there, we
That's
rapping, we
me.
killed it. You say, y'all boys good. You looked at me and said, boy, you a little raunchy, you gotta turn it down a little bit. You know what I mean? And I even put it down to this podcast. Like I be on here wilding sometimes, but I just feel like sometimes I got to talk how I talk so people can get
Mhm.
how I get. You know what I mean? Some people not gonna get it.
That's right.
The intelligent way, the educated way. You gotta get
Right.
down dirty with them. You know.
That's right.
But I said on this podcast, this episode, I'm gonna keep it real clean cut. I know how I act. You know what I'm saying? And I remember what you told me. So moving along from that. Uh, what organizations are you a part of, or you're representing, or you probably the founder of, or anything like as far as community work? What you got going on out here?
Sorry, hold on. My little son is trying to get.
No excuses. You hear what I'm saying? Like,
Welcome.
hey, that's what it's all about. Doing the interview and still being a mom, a super
That's
mom at
right.
that. And while you doing that, I'm gonna say when I say super mom, like I credit. My mom she wasn't a single mom, but my biological wasn't in the picture like that. My it was a man in the house that's my dad, and he showed me what it was. But I look at my mom like and women that have to deal with things on their own with their kids, and not even saying on their own with their kids like the dad's not there. It's just the mom always got the kids like 24/7, and you got to respect that. And with you got to respect that. Like I want girls in high school to see this. You know, even females that's out here and they going through whatever they going through. Like you don't have to like. I'm tired. Like we always on the internet. We always on social media. We seeing things on Instagram, Snap, whatever floats your boat. TikTok. When we see how these women look or what they doing and they got this bag and that bag, but what they doing to get that bag and are they morals correct? Are they doing what they supposed to do? Even to the men, we do. I do that with men too. Like, yo, what they morals like? How you get that? Like, did you grind for it? Did you do it the right way? You know what I'm saying? Everything you got coming to you, everything that you accomplished, you did it the right way. And at the end of the day, for real, it is no right way. You gotta get it how you get it, but you gotta have morals of things. And I feel like that's something that you preach, that you taught. I see your kids are very respectful, very well mannered. You
Thank
know what I'm
you.
saying? And it's hard to do that as a. I'm not gonna keep saying single mom. I don't know the situations, but as a
I'm
mother,
a single mom.
yeah, as a mother out here, and you have multiple kids, you can't
Hmm.
just stick down on one. So it's kind of hard to like. And I only say that because my mom only had me, and it was tough to
Hmm.
try to keep me together. So I can only imagine you having multiple kids, and I have multiple kids, and just dealing with that, got to deal with different emotions. This one stomach hurt, but this one cool. Yo, she got a game, but he want to do this, and you got to just. It's a
Yeah.
lot. And we really applaud that. We really. And this is what this is about. I watch Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? They talk about giving people their flowers while they're
That's
here,
right.
and that's what I'm. This is what all my podcast is about: giving my flowers to the people that's in the community that's doing what they're doing. So, as far as like programs, you have
Okay. Yes.
you're a member of the Delta
Delta
Sigma
Sigma Theta,
crew.
Incorporated.
How that sound go?
I can't tell you. And you better not even try to even part your lips to say it.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
So yeah, so Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
All right.
I just when I worked at Pocomo Middle School, I worked with Tim Richo. We did a gentleman's club there, and that was woo. Our boys now are about 22, 23. I
Right.
still stay in contact with those boys, making sure, like you said, they're doing things the right way. Not every one of them went to college, but I always tell them, as long as you have a plan, as long as you have a plan to get where you want to get, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm here to support you no matter what. So now that I'm at Bennett, I am starting a new boys group, and it's called ACE Academy for Boys of Color. And ACE stands for Affirm, Celebrate, and Encourage Excellence in all of our boys. And we're just there to do just that. As you know, I don't know about your experience in high school and in grades K through 12, but we barely have any Black educators, and we definitely don't have a lot of Black male educators. So it's important that our kids see us in roles other than the custodians, other than the cafeteria workers, that they can see that we do have and we do hold leadership roles. Something that you said a minute ago I wanted to touch on was I think as a culture, man, we have to work harder at supporting each other and encouraging each other, and not looking at someone and thinking that, man, how he get that, and and pulling them down. Like, we're here to support and lift each other up. And I think that having this podcast is great, and bringing other people on, it's just a way to show that you're being supported. So I applaud you for that. Just a way to show how we can support each other and not tear each other down.
Oh yeah, man. Like, and no knock on whoever do what they do. I watch a lot of different platforms because I study this, like the podcast thing. And one thing about it is, on the shore where I'm at, I look at, even with me and my brother Bernie, like we doing the basic. You know what I mean? We got people coming out helping us. Joe the Ships from Snow Hills,
Right. Yeah.
Cornell, I think his last name's Lewis. Like,
Louis.
we got
Yeah.
a guy, Will May. Like, people come out there, they help us. Like, that's what it's about. Like, we had Berlin League on Saturday, but after that, when I got over, we ain't had that no more. We
Mm-hmm.
had to go to Ocean City. I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
there's anything wrong with Ocean City, but that ain't my town. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And then even down to, like you said, in high school, we in school. I didn't. You have a black teacher, man. You get excited because it's like,
Mm-hmm.
on the low, you like, oh, we're gonna get away with it a little bit. But at the same time, it's like, all right, he can relate to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can look at him, he might can relate to me. Now, if he a square, he a square. And black, white,
Right.
purple, blue. If you a
Doesn't
square,
matter.
you a
Right.
square. It don't matter the color. You know what I'm saying? If you can't connect and relate to kids, then I feel like you don't even need that profession if you're just doing that to get
Yep.
a check. And I know with you,
I
you don't
agree.
just do this for a check, because before you was even a teacher, before you was even an assistant principal, before I even knew you of these things, Dr. Blake, you know what I'm saying? You was Nikki from
Mm-hmm.
P's sister, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna call him P, because that's what he want.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's P's sister. You feel me? And she the basketball coach. She gonna coach the boys. She gonna coach
Yep.
the girls. She gonna get on us like she get on the girls. You ain't gonna cut
Mm-hmm.
no card. And I see, like, even with your kids, like your kids in the sports, and your kids, like, the same thing with them. You know what I'm saying? It's the same scenario, and it's like you was always a nurturer, a mom since, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, big sister. You a big sister, period. Like,
Yeah.
real live. And like, I feel like even going to y'all mom house, Miss Regina house, like, y'all made us always feel like at home. Like, even
Mm-hmm.
if she got tired of 30 boys in our house, you know what I mean? We packed up in the living room, smelling like whatever we smelling like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she probably was tired of that, but she showed love. She didn't. She, you
That's
know what I
right.
mean? She showed love, and she got with us at the same time too. And you
Right.
ain't never cut no cards with me. And you know our past situation when I was, you was
Mm-hmm.
big sis for real,
Yeah, for
and like
real.
you ain't cut no cards with me, like, you know what I'm saying. That's why it's like, it's a lot of people that I have got game from and I learned things from, and you one of them, and that's
Oh,
why I needed this interview, because, man,
yeah.
you doing the thing, man. And so you got the ACE program, which we need, and we need one of
Yeah.
somebody. If you know a teacher in Berlin that good at, or teach at the kid or whatever, we need that. And we
Yeah.
need that. And if you can come down, talk to our kids at basic one time. We got a lot of female in our basic, a lot of little boys that need to hear
Okay,
somebody.
great.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Cause, and that's what it's all about. Is to bring the community together.
That's
And
right.
that's all it's ever been about. Like, I look at how things going with, like, when the whole election thing, when we had Donald Trump. Like, I think Donald Trump was one of the best things that happened to America, because we didn't see the gray area. It was either you over here or you over here, and that's just what it
Mm-hmm.
is. And that's how we need to be. You over there, we over here, but we need to come together and fix it.
Together. Yeah.
We need to talk and fix it. Because I know, where you're at, James Bennett, you have black people, white people, educators, students, all that. So at the end of the day, yeah, we pro-black, we for our culture. It's
Right.
never anti-white. It's just
Right.
anti to the foolishness. We're not with the foolishness, man. It's
Right.
not anybody. And black people, when we put ourselves together and stop fighting among each other, that's
Mm-hmm.
when Black Lives Matter will going to matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it don't matter, but it's going to mean more. It's going to be more powerful when they see we not bickering no more. We're not doing
Right.
that no more. We together. You know what I'm saying? Like I said on the podcast, I do go everywhere. I be going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
I
so
don't
let's
mind.
talk about the kids. Let's talk about home life with the kids. Like, what is a typical? Let's get a typical, because you got athletes. Give us a typical AAU Saturday, AAU weekend. Matter of fact.
Mm. Well, so I have a 13-year-old boy who played AAU. So I do have a lot of kids, but I will say I have a great support system. I have a great support system.
Oh yeah.
So when Munch was playing, playing AAU ball, it was, Friday night we packing up, and then Saturday morning early we leaving. But I'm leaving my other kids with, my mom or my cousin Tiffany or somebody, that can watch them for the weekend. You can't leave your kids with just anybody.
Right.
And so, and we traveling, like, we're going to Philly, we're going to Baltimore, and it's a whole weekend thing. It was fun, but it's stressful because having more than one kid in sports and everything is kind of hard trying to get everybody there. But the biggest thing is having that support system, in place to help you, because you can't be in two places at once. So that really helped me out a lot to be able to get one kid to one place and get the other kid to where they needed to go. And the way it worked out was most of his games were on the weekend, and then my 16-year-old, her basketball games were during the week. So I'm always a fan of everything works itself out. I don't worry about much. I don't worry about much because everything will work itself out. So I don't get myself stressed out about, I got to get her here, got to get him there, because I know eventually it's going to work itself out. So, and I give all my credit to my support system that, are there for me whenever I need them. They know I don't ask. I do not like asking for help. If I can do it on my own, I'm going to do it on my own. Right. So, but sometimes you have to, ask for help when you need it so that, people can get where they need to get. So I will give all that to my support system.
Great. And then oldest to youngest. Your oldest kid is how old?
My oldest will be 21 this year.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, I remember when she was a youngin', boy.
Right.
God, like,
yep.
and
Looking
that,
just like her aunt, looking like her Aunt Rissa.
you feel? Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
So
But
she'll be 21, and then I have a 16-year-old. She'll be 17. Then I
mm,
have a 13-year-old boy. I have a 9-year-old girl, a 7-year-old boy, and then I have a 3-year-old boy. So I
okay,
have three
so
girls and three boys.
all right, so real quick, right? So I'm in Berlin. I be jumping back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
I seen a post one time where your son met Kevin Durant,
Oh my
and
gosh.
y'all met his mother. King, like, what was
Yo.
that experience like?
Yeah, that was like priceless. Okay, so I had arranged for me to take him to see Kevin Durant play. And so it was me and him. It was his 6th birthday. So my
Mm-hmm.
cousin Keisha was going too. Like her and Devanya, they were there as well, but they sat in a different section. So after the game was over, we met up, and she was like, "Nikki, I seen Kevin Durant, mom, right down here. Follow me." So I'm following her, and the crowd was crazy. So
Right.
Kevin Durant's mom was like right in the stairwell. So we go in, and my cousin Keisha, she's the one that got it all set up. So my cousin Keisha was talking to her, and my cousin Keisha called her son staying Yale so the mom could talk to him, and she did gave me sorry, and she said, some encouraging words. And then I had Munch with me, and Keisha was like, "Oh, it's his birthday, it's his birthday." So she picked him up, took a picture with him. So then we left. Hold on, I'm sorry, go get him. Thank you. Taking the money in the bag.
And that's what we like. That's what we like here. We authentic. It's authentic here at the OG
it's life, right?
podcast.
Yeah.
It's authentic here.
So then we left, and my cousin Keisha said, "No, Nikki, something not right. I see this crowd is going this way. Let's follow them." So we followed the crowd, and then she said, "Oh, they're going down there to see Kevin Durant." She said, "Go ahead and get in line." So when I got in line, my phone went dead, and I was like, "Keisha, I need your phone." So we got to the end, and the guy was like, "Oh, I can't let you in." I was like, "But it's his birthday. Please let us through. Let us through." And he was like, "All right." So then we got through, went down the tunnel, we went into the back. Like, Kevin Durant is the most down to earth person I've ever met. Like, fame doesn't even touch him. Like, it was so awesome. Like, his family was down there. He talked to us. He took a picture with me and my son. It's on my Facebook page. But like, that's the best experience ever. And like, Munch to this day still remembers that at the age of 6. So I just can't believe it. It's still surreal to me.
Right. And that definitely. that's a super mom moment. Like, like, hey, that's
Absolutely.
something he always gonna be. My mom did that. My mom,
Yep.
he don't know the story like that. My mom did that. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
right.
And that's love. So on that, can you tell us about the love of the game and coaching that you had, like before you got into the teaching thing? Like you definitely was a good coach. Like you was on
Oh,
them girls.
thank
You
you.
definitely
So
was on them girls.
like graduating high school, whatever, I always knew, like, I knew I wanted to coach, I wanted to teach math, and I wanted to coach basketball. So when my daughter was like 2, I actually just told her this the other day. When she was 2 at the rec, you can't start playing until you're 3. So I put a different birth date on there for her so she can start playing at 2. So I started coaching with her, and I kind of coached her all the way through. And every time, I had more children, I will always coach at the rec. So the rec is really where I started, like, coaching. Like, I love coaching, and being able to teach people the game that I love so dearly. The love of basketball comes from my brothers. My older brother Antoine, um, he's really great at basketball. Him and the guys will always play. And like I said, like, I was, a tomboy, so I didn't start playing basketball until I was like 4th grade. Nadine Bishop was my coach. She took us different places to
And
play.
Nadine,
Yep. And then we would that's how I met a lot of people from different areas or what have you. But I started coaching at the rec, and just worked my way up, and then eventually I was able to get a coaching position at the high school. And the way God worked was, my oldest one is Johnny. I started her at 2, but when she got to high school, I was her high school basketball coach for all 4 years.
mm,
So that's something that I'll hold dear to my heart. Not every parent gets a chance to do that. And it wasn't easy for her. It was not easy for her.
I
She pulled me
believe
to
it.
the side. She pulled me to the side one time. It was like, "Hey, mom, you're a little bit too hard on me." Like, because I would go harder on her sometimes than the other girls, because I knew I could get stuff out of her in a different way than I could the other girls. So I didn't take it easy on her because she was my daughter. I just wanted her to really, pull out her potential as much as possible. So I coached high school basketball for about 6 years, 2 years as an assistant coach, and then 4 years as a head coach. And that was great because, like, I got to meet other girls. I'm the kind of person, like, whoever comes in contact with me, you're gonna get that Blake experience. You're gonna
Right,
get that positivity. You're gonna get, some nuggets dropped to you to let you to remind you that you can be great no matter what you do, no matter what circumstance you come from, no matter what situation you may be in, no matter what life looks like. Like, you still can be great. So, and I've always done that. And I still talk to some of my players now. They still hit me up on Snapchat or Facebook or whatever when they see me, because I really want them to know it's more than basketball. It's
right.
more than basketball. It's about
Go back
you
to
as a
what you
person.
learned.
Yeah,
That's what you
exactly,
learned.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it comes full circle, and we just got to remember that somebody is always going through something. And you may be that person to either make them have a better day or make their day worse. So I always try to keep that in the forefront. Like, I could be the one to change their lives for that moment.
Most
So,
definitely.
and coaching really helped me do that as well.
Most definitely. That's real. I don't know if you noticed, I keep going to my phone. I wrote notes for this one. I'm trying to tell you. I went in, like, I had to make sure I ain't do no cussing. You know what I mean? No carrying on, acting crazy. I can't do none of that. So, you know what I mean? Before we get you out of here, all right, we talked about the growing up in Snow Hill. We talked about basketball, the love of the
Yep.
game, the coaching. All right, so now I want to talk about you, the principal, Dr. Blake. You know what I'm saying? What is it that you desire, like, to get from your students, and what is your whole plan? I know you had the ACE program, but, like, what is your whole plan in getting out of Bennett, James and Bennett?
So I think, working at Bennett is amazing. Number one, it's so diverse. It's very diverse. Where I come from in Snow Hills, it was either black kids or white kids.
Right.
Working at Bennett, we have we have Hispanics, we have, Haitian kids, we have kids from different countries, so it's really diverse. And my position there is to, not only help the kids see other people's differences as a plus and understand their cultures, but also to help the teachers understand how to react and how to respond to those students. Um, I don't know your experience, but I do know that sometimes teachers think because they're students of color, they have to talk to them in a more aggressive way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not true. I think that you can speak to them in the same manner you the other kids. So I think it's important that as I'm there at Bennett or wherever school I'm at, together that they may understand it and get a better understanding of our culture and be able to reduce their implicit bias. We all have those, right? We have those implicit biases where we're not directly thinking about it, but it may come up as we're dealing with different people of different races or different ethnicities. So my job there is to really pull everybody together and really help everyone strive for excellence in whatever they do, no matter what they look like. Because I mean, I love our kids, but I love all kids, and I'm here to help all kids strive for excellence, have everyone be their best self at all times.
That's great. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need somebody, somebody with some flavor, man. Like growing up, me going to Stephen Decatur, you really rarely had any teacher that really had flavor. I mean, it was
Yeah,
a couple though. I ain't gonna fake. Like Mr. Brooks was a funny one. You know what I'm saying? Miss Mapp, she was great. I'm trying to think of like other teachers. Man, Miss Tillman. I love Miss Tillman dearly. Miss Hart, Miss Britz. Like there's just different teachers I had different
right.
situations with. And going all the way down to my first grade teacher, who loves you, baby. You know what I mean? Like you said it in Berlin anywhere, who loves you, baby? They gonna say Miss Smith. Miss Terry Smith was wonderful.
Oh,
Like
I love Miss Smith.
Miss Smith was wonderful. That was my
Yeah,
favorite teacher of all times. Like, and I love, and it's a lot of teachers I did have a connection with it. I wasn't a bad kid in school. When I got in high school, I smelled myself a little bit, nose wide
yeah.
open a little bit.
Hmm.
But that's all teenagers at
That's
that
all.
time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
being a kid, like just growing up at my peers' time, like I didn't have some great teachers, that really believed in me and really
That's
pushed me. And
right.
they seen that I was smart, so they're not gonna let me go that way. And I
That's right.
seen it. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. And we need more people like that care
Yeah,
about their job, that care about the community, no matter what color it is. You
right.
know what I'm saying? Like that's all it's about, and
And
then
it's
being
not
in the
and it's
school
not
system.
just it's not just while the kids are in school. So I also taught at Snow Hill High School for a year,
Hmm.
right? And before I left to go to Bennett, but there's still kids that I talk to at Snow Hill that I'm still checking up on. So I think those real ones have to remember, like, they're looking up to us, right? They're looking up to us. They know that we believe in them before they believe in themselves. So I think it's even more important that it's sustainable and that we continue to check up on people even when they leave our classroom, even when they leave our school. You know what I mean? Just to see how they're doing. So I think that's also important, and for you to be able to name off your teachers like that, like they really made an impression on you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Especially Miss Smith. I see Miss Smith today. She gonna say, "Who love you, baby?" And I'm gonna say, "Miss Smith." Like I was back in that first grade classroom. Like what I mean. She bring the kid out of me. And one thing about her is, I want to say, we had like first grade. They be like, "What you want to be when you grow up?" I think I said I want to be in the NBA and be a pastor,
Mhm.
right? So like, so many kids say NBA, right? But how
Right,
many kids really gonna say I want to be a pastor? I don't even know why I said I wanted to be a pastor. You feel what I'm saying? But like, she seen that I had a leadership, like I have a leadership thing. Like I got that
right,
aura of being a leader. I never been a follower, and if I
right,
did follow somebody, it was probably like somebody I look at as a big bro. And I'm not really trying to do everything they're doing, but I'm trying to mimic the good
right.
and trying to put
That's
my
right.
own little mix to it. And that's for anybody. You need somebody that you can look up to and see the good that they
Yes.
did, even their flaws and their faults. 'Cause
Yep.
that's gonna help you not even go in that same direction. And like
Exactly.
that's why I'm so thankful for my brother Bernie. You know what I'm saying? My other brother Jay Reed. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like these two got cats that I can say like whole time in high school, and they Reed, he running around. You got Bernie, he running around. Like they still like, hey boy, they better be going to practice. You better be bop bop
That's
bop bop.
right.
You know what I mean? They on me, and we
Yeah.
need more people like that. And if we could have them type of people in the school system, like the ones that you seen at your basketball courts playing basketball, or seen them at church on Sunday, or you seen them at the Snow Hill Day. Like these people, they see you, you touchable. Like it's some teachers that I had that wasn't touchable. I didn't see them out and about. I'll be in OC working. I'm just now seeing teachers. You know what I mean? I'm working now. I bump into them like, oh snap! I ain't know you live here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to be like these kids got to be able to reach and touch you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to
Right.
you. That's the only way you're gonna get to a kid. You know what I mean? And I applaud, excuse me, I applaud everything you got going on. And before we get out of here, I definitely want to get to my sponsors. You know what I mean? Stay Good Apparel. You know, we stay lit up. We stay fresh. Got them new shirts coming for y'all. In a couple of months, I think you got like a different brand coming. We try and persuade him to have some shirts for Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? We try and get them out there. But Stay Good Apparel. We got Good as New Power Washing. You know what I'm saying? With D Harris and Berlin, you need the power washing of the house. We got that, and then we got Accurate Clean Exterior Services with G Witcher, G Tingle, however you know my boy. You know what I'm saying? That's my boys. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got going on with that. Of course, Stay Good Apparel. I'm gonna bump that up again. But yeah, I appreciate you stepping in the OG podcast
Absolutely. Thank
and
you for
giving us your
having me.
story. No, thank you, because people need to hear this story. I don't care who it is. You can be 40 years old right now,
That's right.
35, 50. If you got to hear the story, man, and people need to hear these type of stories of people that you didn't, you know what I mean? Like I said, we look at people that went to them. Me myself, man, the life I try to live. Like I seen people like, man, he in the NBA. That's what I want to do. And, man, I
Right.
maybe I'll be able to come back and throw
Right.
this and do this for my hood, do this for my community. But I could do that just being
You can
me.
do that now.
I
Exactly.
can do that
Exactly.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And like that's why I'm rocking with AB. We trying to do the thing with the courts. Like we
Right.
trying to change it up. You know what I'm saying? Get it painted, get it jigged up, make people
Yeah.
ride by like, oh, I want to play ball
It
out
doesn't
there.
take much. It doesn't take much
Not at all.
to
Not
get
at
back
all.
at all. So
What we
I
got?
enjoyed it.
What
Thank
we
you again.
hold on. We got
Uh-oh.
Classic Soul on June 4th, the first Saturday in Snow Hill. Hey, can you elaborate on that real quick? Can you throw a little shout out to the folks? I
Well, yeah.
think I heard about that.
So on June the 4th, which is next Friday, is our first Friday for Snow Hill, and couple of things going on. So Classic Soul consists of my aunt Lillian Blake, as some of you know her, and then my cousin Christian Blake and my cousin Kenya Blake. Their little group is called Classic Soul. They'll be out here on Green Street, I think, and they'll be singing some R&B songs and stuff. So come out and enjoy. Also, my other aunt, my aunt Cheryl, she'll also be selling dinners that same day at First Friday. She got oxtails with rice. She got fried fish. She got homemade cornbread. She got lemon cake. She got homemade ice cream, homemade cinnamon roll. So check my Facebook out, or check out Tiffany Redden's Facebook, where you can see the flyer and everything that she's having. So yeah, it's gonna be a family affair for us. So one aunt and her kids are singing. My other aunt and her kids are cooking and selling dinners, and we're gonna have a good time. So June 4th.
Okay. And that was the OG podcast. I think everybody coming through, sliding in on us, checking us out. You know what I'm saying? We will be back next Sunday with another guest. I don't know yet, because the boy out here grinding on working, man. I'm trying to get these interviews, line them up the best way I can, and keep coming to y'all, giving y'all this content. And Dr. Blake, a.k.a. Nikki Big Sis, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
To the OG podcast. I hope my mama see this, because I didn't cuss one time. So my mama will be proud of me. Yeah, I ain't cuss one time. You know what I'm saying? Until then, I'll see y'all next Sunday. Thank you for coming out. Holla at y'all.